This episode of Toy Galaxy is brought to you by eBay. There's good toys, there's great toys, and then somewhere up here there's a line of 12-inch scale figures that are so far beyond what any other company is capable of producing. Cloth outfits with metal snaps and buckles, light-up features, all kinds of accessories, display stands, a line of figures with such a high degree of detail, with such incredibly, stunningly, frighteningly accurate likenesses that we have wholesale disqualified them from every single top 10 list we have ever produced here at Toy Galaxy until today. Hi, I'm Dan Larson, and this is the Top 10 Hot Toys. It is, you'll be surprised to know that it is very warm in here. What are hot toys? Why are they so hot? Are they actually toys? How are they made? Do they really have a small piece of the soul of the person they are modeled after inside? This isn't the history of hot toys, but very quickly for the uninitiated, Hot Toys is a company based out of Hong Kong that, since 2000, has specialized in making incredible 12-inch scale action figures with lifelike realism, articulation, and accessories that reach the higher end of the collectible figure market pricing. You may have seen one in a photograph at some point and thought it was a photo of the actual character or actor from a film, realizing your mistake only after a double or triple take. The truth is that every collector has or aspires to have at least one. I have 3. Even producer Greg, who doesn't even collect toys, has one. We asked you to tell us what the best Hot Toys figures are. This list is the result of all the votes cast via our Instagram, Twitter, and Patreon. Normally, Hot Toys are not eligible. In a wild twist of fate, they are the only figures eligible this time. There is no substitute for the real thing. They are all amazing, but one of them has to be the best of the best, no matter how good the rest. That said, there was no specific criteria beyond the description, best, and that interpretation was left up to the voters. Number 10 is 2014 RoboCop. 2 different versions of RoboCop were released in 2014, with and without RoboChair, different from the one I'm sitting on now, but more or less the same comfort level. Both figures have die-cast parts, interchangeable mouth expressions, multiple hands, electronic audio quotes from the movie, Robo's signature sidearm that can fit into his fully functional thigh holster, and a ridiculously high degree of quality that is evident to even the most casual collector of any kind of figures. This figure looks so good, so realistic, it looks better than this. This is an actual human in a RoboCop costume. Albeit not the highest quality RoboCop costume that was available, a good time to remind you that when it comes to collectibles, costumes, or online entertainment, you usually get what you pay for. Would you buy this for $1? Number 9 is 2011 Jack Sparrow. This version of what has to be the worst pirate I've ever heard of comes with much more than a compass that doesn't point north. Interchangeable facial expressions, 9 different hands, a full wardrobe of clothing made out of cloth, his hat, his guns, and the helm of the Black Pearl. On top of that, Captain Jack features the Hot Toys patented parallel eyeball rolling system on both faces, and every human who reads or hears the description, patented parallel eyeball rolling system. This gag doesn't work because you can't see my eyes. Every human who reads or hears the description, patented parallel eyeball rolling system. Unlike me, this isn't some dime store imitator. This is the real deal, so your move, rascals. This is my gun. Number 8 is 2018 Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader. It is no surprise that this Darth Vader helmet looks like it jumped right off the screen. Unlike human faces with all their challenging asymmetry and soft organic shapes, robot faces or characters that are wearing masks are way easier to recreate. I assume this was intentional. Light up chest panel and belt boxes, light up lightsaber, removable outer helmet so you can touch the scars on his head, which I gotta admit, it's a bit of a sore subject for me. It even comes with a regular and in-motion lightsaber blade and a piece of Cloud City diorama with its own light-up function as well, allowing you to recreate that famous scene where he says to Luke Skywalker, "Dead or alive, you're coming with me, mister. Now get in the car." Number 7 is 2018 HULKBUSTER Iron Man, the heaviest, the most detailed, the biggest figure on this list by far. 21 inches of red and gold Stark armor with light-up eyes, arc reactor, and like 16 other spots powered by like 30 batteries. HULKBUSTER is in fact so big that if you have one, you can actually fit the previously released Mark 43 Iron Man figure inside instead of the bust that the figure ships with. HULKBUSTER Iron Man is the only figure on the list with a feature like that. Number 6 is 2015 Marty McFly, a time traveler from the year 1985, yes, but also the most normal looking figure on the list. It's just a kid wearing typical 1985 stylings. Boring. Marty comes with all the gear you would expect him to. Skateboard, Walkman, backpack, life preserver, camcord, and a stunning Michael J. Fox likeness. But unlike many of the unmasked, unhelmeted figures on this list, Marty only gets one facial expression, and it's this one. But that's the true joy of these pieces. Even the mundane, the seeming lack of any expression on a piece like this is so full of life and realism that you can't help but be captivated by the emotion the artists have captured. Number 5 is 2012 Joker from Batman 1989. Like Jack Sparrow and Marty McFly, this Joker figure is a prime example of Hot Toys showing off what they can do with clothing at the 1/6 scale. A figure, when posed and photographed properly, is nearly indistinguishable from the real thing, something we can all aspire to one day. I would lament the lack of multiple heads like I did with Marty McFly, but it's really in character for Joker since, you know, he's only got the one expression. Happy, sad, angry, a little song, a little dance, Batman's head on a and not for nothing, but if you want to tweak the figure for your shot, he does include Hot Toys' patented parallel eyeball rolling system. You can have him look left of frame, right of frame. You can have him look right in the camera. Because the eyes are where the emotion comes from. It's how we connect. It's part of what makes us human. Number 4 is 2018 Boba Fett. This is for the deluxe version, which featured a costume change for Fett if you're so inclined. While the base version came with everything to make him look like he did in his original first appearance on screen in episode 5, not to be confused with his now chronological first appearance in episode 4. The deluxe version also gives you an alternate helmet, gauntlets, cape, gun, and spats to create a look closer to the earlier conceptual costume that the Kenner action figure was based on, sans eyes on helmet. And more importantly, unlike the other deluxe Hot Toys Boba Fett figure that's out there, this one isn't based on the precise moment of his most ignominious defeat. Come on, Hot Toys, making a figure of Boba Fett that includes the Sarlacc is almost as bad as making a figure of that Boba Fett dancing at Disney's Star Wars weekends from back in 2010. Number 3 is 2012 Batman, the 1989 version of Batman, complete with that distinct Michael Keaton eyes, lips, and chin. Look, if you're a great actor, that's all it takes. And if you're the greatest actor, you don't even need eyes. Lesson 1, kids, 99% of acting happens here. The rest is all blinking and hand-waving to distract the audience. Like the actual Keaton suit, Batman's head doesn't really turn that much, but Batman includes Hot Toys' patented parallel eyeball rolling system, so Bruce doesn't need to move as long as his eyes can cover that ground for him. Batman comes with interchangeable hands, a stand, extender thing so you can spread his cape out all dramatic wing style. All that said, this is a rare piece, but not because of any of that stuff. It's rare because it's a piece so good of a character so iconic that it is in the collection of someone who doesn't even collect toys. And I would be missing a literal once-in-a-lifetime opportunity if I didn't get the scoop directly from him. Producer Greg, does this piece deserve the number 3 spot on this list? Should it be higher? Would you say it is the best figure in your collection?
No.
Thank you for your cooperation. So natural. Number 2 is 2011 Superman, the Christopher Reeve version of Superman from the 1978 feature film, the version of Superman that, for many, set a bar that has yet to be reached by any other actor or performance. For others, who? It comes with accessories, cloth supersuit, interchangeable hands, a flight stand, a diorama base that recreates a piece of the Fortress of Solitude, but actually very few accessories compared to most of the figures on this list, especially the ones ranked so high. This figure is so amazing for doing what Hot Toys does like no other toy company, capturing a likeness that exudes the life and the soul of the character. And at number 1, 2013 Joker 2.0 from The Dark Knight, a film which I can't believe I'm saying this, was released in 2008, over 10 years ago. I cannot think of a film that I remember watching in the theater more vividly than that one, and I cannot believe it wasn't yesterday because the experience has stuck with me for so long. That's not me being hyperbolic, and yes, that includes Star Wars Episode 1. This is the Heath Ledger Joker, a performance that reinvented the character from the howling, cartoonish Joker portrayed by Jack Nicholson and Mark Hamill into a calculating, restrained, immediate danger, and simultaneously a reflection of the hero that we were hoping was going to save us. This figure is a masterpiece of materials assembly, of sculpture, of physical artistry that lacks only your ability to manipulate its arms and legs to position it and light it to bring it to life. So much of the character is in the face, but the clothing is all treated with the same attention to detail. From the print on his shirt to the buttons on his vest, all tell the intense and visceral story that still sits in my stomach over a decade later. This is the 2.0 version because the 1.0 version was released while Hot Toys was still developing into the team of artists that they would become, still learning how far a figure like this could go. All credit to them. While the first version was an expensive high-end collectible, and the second version was more expensive, they recognized that there was enough evolution in skill, craftsmanship, and artistry to justify a new version that could be the figure that collectors both needed and deserved. Those are the top 10 Hot Toys as voted by you, the toy collecting audience. How do you weigh the cool factor of Boba Fett against the performance of Heath Ledger with the number of light-up effects on HULKBUSTER? A difficult list to compile given that so many, nearly all of the Hot Toys figures are amazing works of art in and of themselves, regardless of the character that they represent. eBay has all the stuff that you just can't get anywhere else. Look, I've rearranged these back shelves several times over the years to conceal the fact that I was missing 3 very important pieces from my collection. But those days are gone because I got all 3 of them on eBay. Because eBay has vintage stuff, rare stuff, import stuff, new stuff. 1, a gorgeously complete near-mint Ace McCloud from Kenner Centurions purchased by me back in 1986, repurchased by me in 2015. 2, an adorable Super Defender version of the original Mobile Suit Gundam, packed with accessories and totally unavailable in the United States. 3, the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Lizard Head. I cobbled the rest of the thing together, but never managed to find Lasher on my local shelves. When all else fails, when you have no other options, eBay's probably got it. eBay's the place for collectibles, new, old, rare, vintage, one-of-a-kind, domestic, and international. All kinds of toys, action figures, accessories, playsets. Head over to eBay today to find the thing you've been missing all these years. And thanks again to eBay for sponsoring this episode. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you very much to those of you who already are. If you're interested in helping the channel grow, please visit our Patreon at patreon.com/toygalaxy. Please share this video and let us know in the comments down below if you have a Hot Toys figure, which is your favorite. If you don't have a Hot Toys figure, which one would you get if you could get just one? I've got First Avenger Cap, Stealth Iron Man, and Return of the Jedi Boba Fett without the Sarlacc. I bought Cap and the other 2 were gifted to me. That said, it should come as no surprise that Fett is my favorite, but it's close. It's like 1, 1.1, and 1.11. They are all awesome. They are all hot.
Just like today.
Yeah.
Cut.